Good afternoon, my bubble friends. I am here today accompanied by a great presence that is called Laurentia.
Hi, everyone.
Yay!
So I know literally everyone here doesn't know who I am. I'm a toucan.
Yay!
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty hot.
Yes, very much so, of course.
Actually, me and Lolo have known each other for quite a while now.
A really long time.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy? Completely? Okay, just a heads up. It might be completely obvious or not. We're so good at hiding these obvious technical difficulties.
Of course.
But this video is completely unscripted.
Yes.
So if we spill some redonkulousness, that is why.
It's just our friendship showing up.
Today, we're going to do something very cool. Because as you may have noticed, I have been spamming my Instagram with artwork of cute little Pokemon, right?
Right.
I have mentioned in the descriptions of these artworks that these Pokemon were part of a series I used to submit on this very channel back when I was a young teen. And this is why I'm making this as like a tribute for these Pokemon that used to be so dear to me, and the story was so personal. And there might be a very select few of you that have seen it, or maybe not. It's okay. The series has discontinued, that's why it's not available in my channel anymore. But this beautiful toucan right here was very important for the development of this story because she was practically a co-writer with me.
Yep.
She wrote and she was responsible for the birth of so many characters, like side characters, main characters, conflicts, relationships, family, everything. And this...
Headcanons.
Exactly. This story would not be possible without her. And I wanted to make a video of going more in depth with explaining these characters and showing them and talking a little bit more personally about them when I finished sending all the artworks, and it would be wrong of me to not do this video with her. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna show the characters and we're gonna talk a little bit about them individually and just completely unscripted, just spew out stuff.
Just be crazy.
Exactly. Just
be us.
Yeah, be us. And just talk about this show that used to be so dear to us back in the day. Yeah, here we go. So starting off, baby boy Andrew.
Baby boy.
We love Andrew. He's adorable. Okay, so Andrew, look at his face. He's so cute.
He's adorable.
Andrew was a warrior apprentice. As you can see, he's an Oshawott. He used to live in, I completely stole this from Pokepark 2. He used to live in Seasong Beach. That is a place in Pokepark 2. And he used to train with his master, a Duwat, to become a warrior like him. So Andrew is full of discipline, he's very responsible, he's very strong, but he's also very stubborn. You want to talk a bit about Andrew?
What can I say? Every word that comes out of my mouth is just, he's adorable.
He's adorable.
I love him. I love his personality. I love this character. He's amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing too.
As you may know, I think I'm gonna do this as a little treat. Back when I used to have these characters, this series was in Portuguese. But, back when the series was happening, I made a different voice for each one of the characters.
And Andrew's voice sounded like this.
Oh, so we're gonna do the voices then.
Yeah, we're gonna do the voices. Of course this is a video about PokéCity. Of course we're gonna do the voices. Can you understand why Lola wanted to become a VA?
I can. I've been doing my bird singing today. My throat is a little bit sore, so I'm not gonna be able to do the perfect voices.
It's okay.
For my characters.
It's fine. I just like I've done this a lot, so
Yeah.
I wanted to let them know what they sounded like.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, the main 6 are the ones that I had most polished. Main 6.
Main 6 MLP?
Yes. The main 6 were the ones that I had the most polished voices for, sort of, because I've had these characters ever since I was 12. It's been a long time.
I didn't even know you back then.
I know, right? Gosh, I was a wee little baby. Shall we move on to the next one?
Of course.
The next one is another one very dear to us.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course, darling.
I was waiting for that.
This is Princess Amanda in all of her glory. She, her story was also stolen from Poké Park pretty much. Because in Poké Park 2, there is a Princess Snivy in the tree kingdom thing. I don't remember the names exactly because it's been a really long time since I watched / played Poké Park. But the lore was the Snivy in game is her mom, who is a superior nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda, she is the type of character that, on the outside looking in, she is very confident. She's very powerful. She is very empowered.
Yes.
She is very smart. She knows what she's doing. But on the inside, and I say that because Amanda is one of the characters that has the most character development in the entire series, and I love her arc. She has a great redemption arc. Because Amanda is not a good person in the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
She is manipulative. She is brutal. If things don't go her way, she doesn't go easy on somebody. And as I did in the beginning, her voice, I jokingly say she is a white girl voice.
Karen?
I want to speak to the manager. How dare you? You treat me like the royalty I am, and you bow down and you kiss my shoes.
No. Excuse me.
Yeah, she was a big Himedere kind of character.
Yes.
The funny thing here is, she used to be paired with Andrew. Because Andrew and Amanda are very different and very similar at the same time.
Yes.
In the way that both of them are Amanda is very manipulative, while Andrew is very difficult to manipulate. But they're both very stubborn.
Yes.
In their own way.
Oh my god, they're stubborn.
And their interactions were so much fun to perform and write.
And to watch.
Yes! Because they would constantly argue. It was a type of relationship of love and hate.
Yes.
They would constantly argue, but very slowly over time. It's a very slow burn. It's really nice to watch, and it was really nice to write this. How their relationship came to be, and how they eventually, Amanda herself, her whole part of their story and her redemption arc begins when she realizes she has developed a crush on Andrew. But when she does, it's very late because she had disappointed him big time, and he wasn't willing to look at her in the eye. And
I remember.
when she was that hurt by something she did herself and she knows she was to blame, it made her realize that she can't always get what she wants by being an awful person. And that's something about Amanda's development that is really dear to me, and I love her story and how she grew as a person and how she became an actual lovable character. Amanda is one of my favorite PokéCity characters because of this. Because she grew and she became what she is now. And she actually became worthy of the royalty she is. And it's really nice to watch.
Some people need to learn with her.
Yes, definitely. Of course. The beautiful rose has thorns. That's an unquote from P5.
Haha.
Shall we move on to the next?
Of course.
Alright. Look at this little baby.
Cutie.
Perfect little baby. This here is Ani, another big favorite of mine. She is the sweet, shy, bookworm kind of girl. She speaks very softly. In fact, she speaks very softly. Her voice,
I love her voice.
was very high-pitched. I'm getting into character.
What can I say about Ani? Well, I could start with her backstory like I did with Andrew.
Yeah.
She was born in a forest, but she never met her real parents. She instead was adopted by a Levani and a Sewaddle that might or might not appear later on.
Ooh.
And she, for that reason, became very wary of other Pokemon that would appear in the forest. She became very timid, let's say that. So when she joined the team, this I don't think I mentioned, but PokéCity was a team. Everybody here, the main 6, was involved in a raffle to be able to participate. And Ani was one of the winners, along with the main 6, of course. And when she first joined, she was very surprised and very out of place, she felt, being in the middle of all of these amazing people that she'd never seen before. And it was very hard for her to come out of her shell at first, but she became a very important part of the team, a very important asset.
Yes.
In her own special little way. And this flower crown that she's wearing right now, in fact, is a gift from another Poké-citizen that will come right after her. They exchanged this gift because of a very personal interaction she had that solidified her friendship. Her friendship.
Her friendship.
With,
Keep that in mind.
Yes, and yes, do you want to say something about Ani?
Just that she's adorable. I love this girl.
Every time she was on screen or said something, she would just melt our
Yes.
hearts. She was so sweet. And most of the characters that are going to appear in this video never actually made it into a PokéCity episode.
Yeah.
Although they were very important parts of the backstory
Yep.
and things we had planned for the future that would be very important. So, if we might, move on to the next
Yes.
very precious boy.
Aha, I love this guy.
This is definitely one of the favorites. And this is I like to say that this is one of the favorites, but I love all the Poké-citizens. They're all my favorite. But Carlos is a very special case.
He is.
Because Carlos and Laury's character were both very close, and they represented pretty much our friendship. It was
Our connection, everything between us.
They're very important. Carlos is the determined, the go-getter, the energy of the group. He's the leader. He's the kind of guy that brings everybody together and goes like, "Hey everybody, let's go on a mission.
I miss this voice.
Let's do it. We got it." Yeah, he's the tough guy. He's the strong guy. But he's also very vulnerable.
Yes.
And that's something I'm proud of myself for writing in a character. A character that seems so strong on the outside, but he's willing to keep this image of a strong leader to make others feel comfortable, even when he's feeling like things might not go as he wishes. And that's really, really honorable of him.
Yes.
I love that about him. And I just love his smile. He's very precious.
He is.
And Carlos, he and Ani also develop a relationship. But
A friendship.
exactly. But in this case, their relationship is very sweet. It's also a slow burn, but unlike Amanda and Andrew, this slow burn was very much of them coming to terms with the fact that they both like each other and they can safely approach a relationship because they both have a reason to be scared of a relationship.
Of course.
Ani's case is because she has never had such a strong bond with people that aren't her family before. And Carlos because he had a really bad breakup in the past.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
Their relationship begins to be one of the sweetest, most heartwarming relationships in the entire series. And even the parts that we hadn't recorded, that we hadn't made into the actual YouTube videos.
Yeah. It's the pure relationship for me.
Yes, very pure, very beautiful. But yeah, that is Carlos. He's the good guy. He's the leader.
Yeah.
He's the good boy. And then we move on to
The pig.
Mateus, the pig. The pig.
The pig. That was a good one.
But so this is Mateus. His personality was that he's the kind of guy that he's very playful. He likes making jokes. He likes bringing people's moods up. He likes making sure that everyone feels comfortable. Even like that's the thing about him. He's a jokester, but he's not gonna do something to make others uncomfortable if he goes too far. He's respectful in his jokes, but he's also the mom of the group if he has to be. Because countless times, especially because he's Andrew's best friend, countless times he has to be the one to stop Amanda and Andrew from fighting.
Oh my god.
Tá, chato. Tanto faz.
Eu, chato! Oh! Deus de ceninha, vocês dois são uns teimosos, isso sim. Mas eu... Já chega, tá? Ainda estamos no PokéCentro. Se for pra passar vergonha, vou passar vergonha na base. Saco. Vamos voltar.
Okay. First, before I do Mateus's voice, he was one of the last voices that I came up with. So he was pretty much the
Silly voice. I came up with this because it was something that I needed for a character that was just funny. And also because it kind of makes my nose sound funny.
Yeah.
So the whole pig thing made sense.
But even though he has to be the tough guy sometimes, he's mostly the comic relief character, pretty much. And he's also the stereotype of a pig. He loves to eat.
Oh,
and
how much he loves to eat.
And there's a whole joke about it. Andrew makes sure to tell everybody to not let Mateus be alone in the kitchen unless you want to empty it.
Yes. If you want to clean the fridge,
Yeah.
get him first.
Get him first. Flawless. He looks very huggable.
Yes.
He's very huggable, but he's also very strong.
Yeah.
Even though he's not training to be strong like Andrew, he has watched Andrew train countless times. They have been friends before the team, before the show. So even though he picked stuff up, he's not as strong as Andrew. But he would be in a similar level to Carlos or to the next baby that we'll be talking about right now. This over here is Jonathas.
Woo!
Jonathas. Even though I said I can't pick a favorite between all of my PokéCitizens, I can pick a favorite out of the voices.
Because Jonathas' voice was the easiest and more comfortable for me to do. And I had only one step to make this happen, and it was so easy.
It's basically my voice,
But I put pressure on my throat to the back of my throat, so it sounds like this. It's very unique, it's very different, but it's also very comfortable. And that's what made Jonathas my favorite voice to perform.
Yeah, it seems so easy.
it is very easy.
It sounds very easy, like out of your throat.
Uh-huh.
It sounds easy.
And when it comes to the other PokéCitizens, it's the most comfortable voice for me to do. The most uncomfortable voice
Would be Carlos.
Oh yeah,
Hard on, just Carlos. He's
Yeah.
very hard to do.
it sounds harsh.
Because it has a lot of pressure on my throat, but it's also very deep. It's very straining, and I can't keep doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
In Jonathas' case, though, it's very comfortable. I can keep doing this for a really long time.
But yeah. The most similar to my voice, though, would be Amanda's. Like,
Yeah.
like what I said. She speaks more articulately when she talks in her vowels and in the way that her consonants, like, fluctuate between them. But yeah, Jonathas, his personality, he is the gamer kind of character. He likes playing games, he likes drawing, he likes making characters, but he's very shy when it comes to sharing his art.
Just like you, right?
Hey, don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that.
I can't. I'm your best friend.
You're right. He's a very sweet boy.
Yep.
He cares a lot about others, and when he joined the team, his first thought was,
I'm gonna have so many cool new friends. And his immediate second thought was, what if they don't like me?
Show me.
very relatable. But this is just the type of character he is. Like he wants to make connections, but he's very insecure. It's kind of like Ani in a way, but Ani lets herself be more manipulated by her own fear and her own insecurities. Well, Jonathas, he fights a little more right at the beginning. Well, Ani has to learn that a little more as she goes on. But it's part of the process. Anything to say about Jonathas?
I love this baby boy. I want to hug him too.
He deserves lots of hugs.
He does.
I love him. In his little scarf, which was also a gift. But it was like a peacemaker kind of gift. It was back in the day where Amanda was in her mask phase, let's call it that. Because she has this reputation to keep. So when she joins the team, she's acting very, oh, of course, I love you guys. Yes, friendship. Oh, I love friendship.
Love friends.
So she's trying very hard to seem like she's a really good person, like she wants to be friends with these guys that she actually has no interest in, and she's doing this because of something else entirely. But yeah, Amanda, obviously, as I said before, she grows as a person later on in the series, and she learns that, sometimes you only realize how much you loved or needed something when you lose it.
Yes.
Which was her friendship and her trust in these people and these characters and these friends that she made that she didn't value before. And then when she lost them, when they found out about something horrible she did, she realized how much she needed them. And I began talking about Amanda in the middle of Jonathas's thing.
Yeah. Don't let her steal the show.
Yeah, she's manipulating me now. Next up.
Hello. Okay, so this is my character.
This is your time to shine, Laury.
Hello. So, this character's name is Liza.
Very beautiful Liza.
Yes. Actually, her first appearance was at the castle with Amanda. Because, as you know, Amanda's a princess.
Yes.
And Liza, she loves to make clothing. Like this piece that she wears on her neck was made by her. And she worked at the castle as the fashion designer. And she would talk a lot with Amanda because she demanded so much with clothing and accessories and things like that. And so they kind of get like this connection because of interest.
It's not really a friendship yet because Amanda doesn't know what a friendship is
Yeah.
at this point. She sees this as a very commercial exchange.
Yes.
She sees Liza as an asset for now.
Yeah.
But later on in the series, they begin to start such a beautiful friendship.
Oh.
They just don't become as close as Amanda and Ani because these two have been living together in this team for the entire series. But if they were, these two, Liza and Amanda, would have been so much closer than Ani and Amanda ever
Oh my god,
were.
yes.
Because these two have so much in common once Amanda starts letting herself actually be part of these friendships and these bonds. And Liza is a very important piece of that puzzle.
Yes.
When it comes to her personality, though, she's the sweetest little bean.
Yeah.
She's so kind and so sweet and so lovely.
Yeah, she's basically really sweet. She loves everyone.
I think that's one of her fatal flaws, actually. She lets herself be vulnerable when it comes to friendship, and sometimes she gets hurt.
Yes.
Especially with the whole problem that happened with the...
Yes.
I can imagine when Liza found out about that, she
Oh
was
my
distraught.
gosh, she was devastated.
But like I said before, that's the whole point of change for Amanda. And she begins to start being this really, like, whole different character. And it's really cool. And it's mostly because of this baby. This baby, because she's so sweet and lovely.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on to Best Boy.
Oh my god, how can I start talking about this boy? Okay, so he's another one of my characters. His name is Danilo.
Danilo.
We use the short, Dan.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
He is Carlo's best friend.
These two were thick as thieves.
Yes.
For a really, really long time. That's the part that was based on our friendship. Because
Yes.
they knew each other for years before the show starts. And they have been really close. They have been through so much together.
Oh my god.
And their friendship is just rock solid and nothing can take these two apart.
Nothing.
And what can you say about this cheeky guy's personality?
How can I start talking about him?
How to even start?
Well, he says so many naughty sentences.
Yeah, the show wasn't really that much PG.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
If he was allowed, he would say it so much worse.
Yeah.
He's basically like really confident in himself.
Very, very confident.
Very confident to the point that he would be annoying to some people. And another one of my characters is gonna break this act.
Uh-huh. I think Dan, as a character, he's also some sort of comic relief.
Yeah.
Because he's very funny. He's very...
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah. But, sometimes his whole, comic relief, dirty mind kind of character, sometimes it got a little out of hand. But that's just part of who he is. That's just how his mind is wired.
Yes.
But once you get used to him, he's just a little box of surprises. That's what he is.
Yes.
And then, what a contrast! Look who we're talking about now.
What a contrast.
This is Emma. Emma is another sweet little baby. As you might have noticed, she is very similar to Jonathas, also because they are the same Pokemon.
Yep.
Kind of like Carlos and Dan are the same Pokemon. And just like Carlos and Dan, Jonathas and Emma used to know each other before the show starts. They used to be best of friends.
They still are.
Yes. But the important part here, the key element is, these two are the type of trope where they both have a massive crush on each other.
Oh, God.
But are way too shy to admit it. So they're both quiet about their feelings.
Oh
Completely oblivious that the other one actually feels the same when it's very obvious except for them.
Oh my God.
That's,
Don't even get me started on that.
that was their character trope. These two are very, very sweet. And Emma is the type of character where she will support the people she loves no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
She is so kind, and even though she wasn't proud of her talents, everything that Jonathas showed her, she would always like cheer on and be like, yeah, you should go for it. Also, when it comes to Emma's voice,
She sounded like this. Her voice was very sweet, but it wasn't as high-pitched as Ani. Ani comes over here. Emma comes over here. She's just pretty much my voice, but very softened.
Yep.
and the necklace she's wearing is a gift from Jonathas.
They're so cute.
They're
oh my God.
so wholesome. And by the very end of the series, we didn't get there or ever got close to it. But they would have a confession arc, and it would be, recently I found it. Jonathas had made like a surprise, I think it was her birthday. He made a surprise for her. And it was like 6 little pieces of paper, each containing a 4-lined poem. And they would be scattered around the scenery. And they would each give a hint to the location of the next. And the final one would be the gift that is the necklace she's wearing right now. And I recently found this poem. I still have it written down.
No.
I still have it written down. I'll show you later.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, it's in Portuguese though, so if I would have to share, I would have to translate the entire thing and re-rhyme the stuff, and
Don't bother with it.
I don't feel like it.
Just know that it's cute.
It's very cute because they were both very, very wholesome.
Yup.
Good goshy, this video got long. Hi, Editing Lolo here. I'm gonna have to separate this video in 2 parts. Sorry, that's just gonna have to be it. So if you'd like to see part 2, I suggest you tune in next week, where you'll be able to learn even more about the characters that didn't get to be featured in this video. So I hope to see you there, and before I go, I just wanted to thank Laury for being part of this project. It was so much fun to record with you, Laury. You are my bestest friend, and I love you so much. So I hope to see you next week to hear us ramble even more about these characters. Thank you so much for sticking until the end, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!